Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Learner's Paradise. This is Molloy. This evening I am going to introduce you to someone who is a gem in the field of English, who has been teaching English for decades, who has taught so many people over the years. At present, she is teaching spoken English in a renowned institute in Kolkata. She's none other than my school teacher, Dr. Mrs. Kanika Guha. I was really blessed to have her as my English teacher in class 11 and 12. Welcome to my channel, Learner's Paradise, ma'am.
Thank you.
Uh, Ma'am, I feel really honored to have the opportunity to bring you on my channel. And please, I would like to introduce yourself because whatever I have said, it's just an iota of your education. Please, ma'am.
I have mastered in English, means I've done English honors in the graduation area and and also I've done my PhD on John Masters, and it has been much appreciated by my guide and other external guides, because John Masters is not very renowned. But later I found that in the army that people really liked his books, and he had made a mistake in writing neem leaves instead of another kind of leaf. And when I met in due course some army people, then they were very surprised and told me this is a mistake that he has done. So I explained to them why he did that. So you find that people do get interest in these kinds of things. They are very particular about it, and they told me, and I didn't have the chance to uh, tell him, because after I came back to Kolkata from Chandigarh, where I had gone to give my, uh, as you say, the thesis that was corrected by my guide and later my external guide. So I hope people like it. I want to publish it now after a long time, and I hope to publish it, which was very much appreciated by other my professors and others who had encouraged me to publish it. I hope this channel of my student Molai will go on to attract many students.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, ma'am, it has already been proved that you are very passionate about teaching, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Uh, that to English. That to English. So, you're a Bengali. You're Bengali. So, I just wonder. So, I would like to ask you, uh, how did you choose English as your subject? Because most of the people, I mean, we are the Bengalis, we are very scared of this subject, right? We don't like it at all. So, I just want to hear from your mouth.
Actually, English was a subject which I liked very much because I studied in a convent, Calcutta Girls High School, and there it was American missionary school, and they encouraged us to read books. New books were brought in every year, and that is what encouraged me to read more and more. Even my mother was fed up of my reading every day these beautiful, lovely books. And so it did help me later, because once one reads more and more, one is attracted to that subject. And the same thing happened to me. English became a very interesting subject for me. Thank you.
Now, ma'am, you are a retired teacher, right? And after your retirement, you have been teaching as a vocational language teacher. So, I'd like to ask you, how long have you been in this profession? I mean, teaching profession.
Teaching profession. My God, I can hardly remember, but it's more than 25 years. Because while I was teaching literature, I was also teaching uh, this spoken English. And where I taught the morning, I used to teach uh, literature, language. And later on, I used to teach this vocational part, that is spoken English. So it was very, very interesting for me as I constantly taught different students. Okay, thank you, Molai.
So, ma'am, my next question, I often see these days that so many people teach on YouTube, right? Spoken English. And they say to learn English or any foreign language, specifically English, because they don't talk much about other foreign language, especially English. So, to learn spoken English, you have got to learn the translations, and they teach different translations. Okay, so my question to you, as you have been in this profession since a long time, so what's your opinion? Do you think that to learn a foreign language, whether it's English or any other language, we need to learn a lot of translations at first?
No, that was a thing of the past. Previously, uh, students were taught through translations, but nowadays, students are not taught to do translations because it is something which even I do not allow my students to do, because I like to teach through the BBC method of teaching English and also the Cambridge method of teaching English to students. Both are very good courses, and I've been trained by uh, by BBC, sorry, by BBC, and they have they teach phonetically, start with phonetics, then through uh, short stories, etc. The language is developed in that way. So I think that once upon a time, translation was important, but not now. Thank you.
So, ma'am, when we were students, uh, at that time we didn't have internet or social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Then also we worked hard, and we learned English and we can master this subject. But these days, the students, they're getting so much exposure, right? then also they have failed to learn spoken English, right? So does it not hurt you being a teacher? uh, don't you feel sad for them, that as they're getting so much exposure, then also they are unable to learn? They don't give time, rather they give time on other things, I mean Facebook or online gaming and all this. So instead of doing that, if they just put in their best, okay, so they'll be able to learn English. Just what's your opinion?
See, it depends on the passion of the students. If they like English, then they'll be able to read the books available in the libraries of British Council and other uh, libraries, their school, college libraries, which are very well stocked. But I do believe that students who are eager to learn the language, they do learn it. They do not dread the subject. And nowadays, the pattern of teaching has also changed. So that also rouses, it increases the passion of the students, or they are scared of the subject. Uh,
So ma'am, my next question, it's a bit controversial. uh, as you have been teaching uh, since a long time, so in our generation when we are students, uh, how will you differentiate the students of our times and this generation student?
well, I really found the slide. I've been teaching for a very long time in a very esteemed institute. And I found previously students were so good that they could easily understand the text, the poems, and it took me nearly one or two classes to explain everything to that. And due to the short timings, I found it very difficult to finish the course, as they could answer everything easily because they were very good students. But that's not the case nowadays. Even after teaching, when I ask them their questions, the good ones were able to answer, but those who were not that passionate about English, they took it as a fact that the day before the exams they could answer the questions. But the place where I taught, students were really good students, and I didn't have to take too much pain over it. Thank you.
So ma'am, my next question, do you watch my video on YouTube?
Yes, one day I really watched it, the first and second, and I found it good.
So my next question, my school teacher is sitting next to me. I i i just can't consider myself as a teacher right now, because my teacher is sitting next to me. I am her student. So ma'am, uh, as you said that you have watched, or sometimes you watch my videos, I have two channels, okay, you know that. So how is my teaching style, the way I teach, is it liked by you? Is it okay? If any uh, changes need to be done, please tell me ma'am.
No, I don't think so. Any changes need to be done.
And ma'am, my last question to you, i would like to I would rather request you to advise the people of this generation, as you're so experienced, okay, so please tell them what should they do so that they can uh, become a proficient speaker. your valuable advice or suggestion.
Nowadays, reading is very important. Whatever you like, you can read storybooks and even simple things like newspapers. But I find to my despair that students do not like to mm, read newspapers. When I ask them that why don't they read the newspapers because it will improve them in every way, then they say, "Oh, we use the mobile," and
Yes.
the
Yes.
mobile helps them. I said, "Yes, but even newspapers, once a week you should read the newspaper."
Yes.
But they say we don't have the time. And I can't tell them that we did not have any of these facilities, but still we did read the newspapers. But they always tell me at shortage of time,
Yes.
as if we had a lot of time in our days.
Yes. Viewers, I would like to tell you one thing, that whenever I get stuck or whenever I face any difficulty in English, I just come to ma'am and I get her generous help. She extends her helping hand towards me. Okay, so I am really thankful to ma'am from the core of my heart. And I would like to tell you one thing, as I have said and ma'am has said that she teaches spoken English, and those who are interested, those who have the zeal to learn spoken English, you can learn from ma'am. Okay, ma'am? And I am just giving her email ID on description, so you can get in touch with ma'am through email.
Yes, thank you.
Okay? So thank you so much, ma'am, for
It's,
coming on my channel.
it's a pleasure for me that my student has started a channel and I'm on this channel. I want him to succeed very much.
And I'm really grateful to ma'am for giving me our valuable time. Okay.
Okay.
So, viewers, today I'm very excited as I was able to interview my school days teacher. So, it has given me really a lot of pleasure. And please share this video with your friends, relatives, and acquaintances. And those who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I request you all, please subscribe to my channel and learn spoken English sitting at home. Okay? And definitely someday you'll become a proficient speaker. Thank, thank you so much for watching my video.